Welcome to Crow Inclined here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Enchanted for Hoxa Tarot, and we are going to do a pick a card reading for you today. Okay, so pile number one, this is your card of focus. We're going to use the Wandering Star Tarot with this card, pile number two, your card of focus. And we're going to use the Tarot of the Ruins with this card, pile number two, and pile number three, your card of focus. And we're going to use the Golden Wheel Tarot for that pile, for that card of focus. Anyway, feel free to pause and ponder, connect with the image that draws you in the most, or more. If it's more than one, watch them. So I will see you in your piles. Welcome, pile number one, and your card of focus from the Enchanted for Hoxa Tarot is the Six of Water. Okay, which is like the Six of Cups. Typically about good memories, things sort of coming around from the past, right? So in the land of for Hoxa, when this young mermaid is growing up, or has grown up, one of their fondest memories was sitting on a swing with their mom, right? Watching the lanterns being lit and sent up into the night sky. Okay, it's an evening of spectacular sights in town, and sights and sounds that the entire land celebrates. Okay, this marks a rare evening where this mermaid and their mom sit and talk about silly things, sharing stories, right? And they're both at ease and comforted by each other's presence. So it's not just the time of sitting with the mom that makes this memory so amazing, right? Because it's also, for this young mermaid, a chance to stay up until the wee hours of the night, right? To celebrate with everyone in the land, all of the lanterns being sent up into the night sky, okay? It is about being part of it, is about seeing this huge event. So later on, when this mermaid grows up and they have children of their own, they understand the value of this tradition. And so as this night approaches, they feel themselves being whisked back into this wonderful memory of when they were a child. Okay. So when this card comes up, it's asking you to rekindle that feeling of being a child, like back when the world still held wonder and promise. Okay. And when we do that, we bring up those emotions of feeling carefree. You might actually find yourself trusting others a little more and being a little less skeptical of perceived ill intentions, maybe. The Six of Water opens the door for us to connect with our inner child. And as a result of that, we may find new opportunities to explore, right? I love this card for you. I love this card for you. Getting back to that childlike wonder. Okay? I think we all could use a little bit of that. So I have the Wandering Star Tarot. We're going to dig into this message a little bit here. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'm honored to be able to bring you this message today. Please keep in mind it is timeless, and it is general, a general reading for the collective. Okay, so it may not fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Trust your intuition, use your discernment, all those things. This is how we build that trust in ourselves, okay? Okay, right out of the gate, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So there is something that you've been working on, right? Pentacles are very, very slow-moving energy, but very strategic. And because it is slow-moving, the foundation that is being built with it is very strong, very sturdy, very grounded, very earthy, right? So the Seven of Pentacles talks about goals, the potential for those goals, and success, right? It's also about waiting patiently, it's a card of patience too, for the fruits for whatever you've planted, the seeds you planted to bear fruit, whatever that means for you, okay? So there is an element of faith and a patience with this card. That's something you worked on for a long time. In your energy, you have the Hanged Man. So there's something in the way that you've been working through your world that isn't working anymore, okay? The Hanged Man is kind of a full stop. It means you can't go forward the way you've been going forward, right? It is a card of pivot, right? Assessing how you've been working, understanding why things can't move forward the way they are, and pivoting to find a new approach. It doesn't mean that you're not going to reach your goals, dreams, and desires. It just means you have to find a different way. Okay? Maybe it's time to be creative, a little more creative. Maybe it's time to go back to the past and remember something. Okay? Things can't move forward the way they're moving forward. This is in your energy. This is how you're feeling. Okay? Now, this may have to do with this Seven of Pentacles directly if you're starting to feel like it's not going to happen. Okay, because it hasn't happened yet. Keep in mind, you are meant to be persistent. Okay, stand your ground, don't give up. There's your answer. All right, whatever this is, maybe you're thinking about, you've got to figure out a new approach or a new understanding of it, or a new level of patience, or a new level of faith, whatever it is for this Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands is saying, stand your ground and don't give up. This is worth holding on to. Okay, maybe this is something you kind of randomly started when you were young. That's possible, or an idea you had when you were young. Under that Seven of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is good news coming in. It's fast-moving energy. Now, it can represent travel as well, right? But it is fast-moving energy. So there's some sort of message coming to you when you step into a certain level of awareness, and it could be coming from this past memory, right? From this childhood memory. Communication. Maybe someone from your past is going to reach out to you and it's going to remind you of something. Maybe. It's possible. In your energy is the Fool. Yeah, you are ready to leap. You're ready to move forward, right? Now, with the Fool card, there is a level of risk, but with this innocence and desire and purity to move forward, there is potential. Okay? Regardless of the risks. The Fool jumps. So you've been here maybe for a little while in this Hanged Man, and you're ready to leap. That is in your energy. You're ready to start this new thing, this new approach. Wow, okay, this is awesome. And the sun's going to come out for you. Light, life, energy. Nobody. All right, the sun's going to come out for you. The sun is going to shine for you. It is going to be beautiful. Under that 8 of Wands comes the Page of Cups. So here's your message incoming. It seems like it's coming in fast. Hang on. Hey, buddy. Hi, boo. So the Page of Cups brings in a message. It's really fresh energy. It's a fresh message of magic, love, fun, all those things, okay? It's good news. So there is a message coming to you from a child, from your child. I mean, this card talks about when you grow up, how you think about those memories with your mother and how you want to recreate that with maybe with your children. Okay, so that could be in your energy is the Hierophant, which is definitely talking about tradition. So maybe there's some kind of tradition that you need to keep going. Right? It's in your energy. You're already thinking about it, right? What is it? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Maybe you've stepped away from tradition for a long time and it's calling you back. Maybe. You know, take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. Under the sun comes the Four of Wands, creativity, union, and freedom. This is a milestone marker. This is you crossing a finish line. This is you achieving something. Okay. This is also the party card. The marriage card, the graduation card, any of those things. But the party card energy talks about just being in the moment and celebrating with your community, with your besties, without trying to influence any outcomes or having any expectations of what's going to happen. Just celebrating for the sake of celebrating. And I like this as we're talking about this sort of lantern lighting that happens in the land of Horhaxa and how everybody comes together to celebrate in the same way, to just celebrate the lighting of these lanterns. Okay, so maybe there's some sort of an event that you're supposed to go to that's going to kick off this new adventure. I mean, you're ready in your energy. There's some sort of tradition, something that you used to do. Yeah, you're about to move into another direction here. We have the Two of Cups coming out, so this is also another card of union, partnership. This is a soulmate connection. Now, this is any kind of loving relationship. This person is going to be really important to you on this next leg of your journey. Whoever they are. Maybe it's a teacher or mentor. Maybe you're the teacher or mentor. Yeah, it's definitely someone. I think this is where this message is coming from. So with the Two of Cups too, because it is a soulmate connection, it is already woven into the story of your life. It's already written in a chapter of the book of your life, right? This person is coming. And they're going to help you. They're going to be really important. You're going to be really important to them. That's what soulmate connections are all about, okay? And like I said, that can be any kind of loving relationship, not just romantic, okay? That can be a bestie, it can be a teacher, it can be a mentor. Anything. Very loving and caring. We have the Empress coming out, which, I mean, the Empress is sort of the cornucopia of abundance, right? The basket overflows with everything. This is a card of beauty and luxury and harmony and abundance, grace, love. All those things. It can be birthing a new idea. It can be birthing a human being, a life, right? It's giving life. It's a life-giving energy, life-sustaining, right? Okay. Wow, this is really, really cool. So you are heading off on, you're ready for this new journey to begin, okay? Stand your ground. Don't give up. Good things are coming for you. And when this message comes in, it's going to come in really, really, really fast. And again, we have another page, really fresh, young energy, but also good news and communication. So something's coming. Some sort of communication is coming. Whether it's bubbling up from a memory that you have, a really good memory you have of your childhood, or someone is coming back around from your childhood, okay? All right, pile number one, that is your message. I want to thank you so much for being here today. Hit that thumbs up button if this resonated at all for you. Share with your besties, and I'll see you next time. Welcome, pile number two, and your card of focus using the Enchanted for Hoxa is the Six of Fire. Now, we know the Six of Fire to be like the Six of Wands, right? Glory, triumph, victory, recognition, all of those things. It's a card of accomplishment. So, in the land of Verhoxa, this particular fairy is in control of their power and can transform dull and lifeless gardens into vibrant, beautiful things, right? And they achieve that by focusing. So creating something praiseworthy is one thing, but being able to do it without letting all of that adulation, pats on the back, kudos go to your head, that's another thing. That's a skill, okay? That's called being humble. So this fairy has learned that even though these flowers are really strong and healthy and beautiful, that they won't last, okay? This garden is just another one of many bright spots that they're going to create in their lifetime, just like we will have many, many achievements in our lifetime, okay? So the Six of Fire really fills our spirit with pride as we accomplish tasks that make us happy, okay? Even when we receive recognition and admiration, and that's not a bad thing. I don't mean that at all. So it heralds a time to enjoy the spotlight. Soak up the success. Let it increase your self-esteem. Just don't let it go to your head, right? This card often will show up when maybe you're feeling down. Maybe things haven't gone the way that you thought they've gone. Maybe you haven't felt that you can celebrate any successes or that you've reached any successes yet, right? So, if your ego needs a boost, here it is. Because knowing that success is on the horizon can increase the passion and the fire and the motivation to cross that finish line. Okay? This isn't a time to sit on your laurels, right? Or attempt to entertain past successes for too long. This is about being in the now and crossing that finish line. Okay? Enjoy the spotlight for a little bit. Soak up the success. Let it increase your self-esteem. I know I said all this already, but I want to repeat it. Because maybe you need that little boost right now. This is a card that says that success is on the horizon. All right, stay motivated. Okay? All right, I have the Tarot of the Ruins, and we're going to dig on into this message for you today. Pile number two, I want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Happy to have you on board. Honored to be able to bring you these messages. hopefully they get where they're meant to go. Okay. Please keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. I know I say it all the time, but it's worth repeating. Not every reading is going to be for you. Use your intuition. Trust your discernment, okay? That strengthens your intuition. That strengthens your trust in the self. Knowing what's for you and what's not for you, okay? All right, let's get into this. Crossing that finish line, reaching that level of success, okay? Oh, look at that. We have the Six of Swords coming out. Oh, you know how much I love this card, right? The Six of Swords, this is turning away from the past and focusing on the future, focusing on the possibilities of that distant shore, right? This journey from turbulent water into calmer waters is long enough that by the time you reach that other shore, the past sort of dissolves away, like it doesn't matter as much, right? Because you're so focused on the possibilities and the abundance of that distant shore. I love this for you. Okay, in your energy is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this just means that you're feeling kind of frustrated and trapped right now. All right, maybe it's this last little bit to get across the finish line here. Maybe the motivation is what you need, right? The Six of Fire talks about when you need that boost. Maybe you need that boost right now. Now, the Eight of Swords is also a card of limitations and restrictions that we tend to place on ourselves. Okay, this is not an external force stopping us from doing something. Okay, you might be feeling trapped and frustrated because you're not sure how to get across that finish line. Okay, with the Six of Swords in as the nature of here, I mean, it seems to me like that's the Eight of Swords can be a mind trap, right? We get sort of stuck in old patterns and stuck in old ways of thinking, stuck in the past, right? And with the Six of Swords here, it's definitely telling you to turn away from those. It's time to turn away from those and focus on your future. Focus on the possibilities that lie ahead. Okay, that's where your victory lies. That's where your successes lies, in your future, not in your past, okay? Remember, it even says not to dwell on the past for too long, right? Or try to relive old successes. You've got to do something new here. You have the Four of Wands coming out in the keep in mind. So this is a celebration. It's a party card. It's celebrating with your besties, with your community, right? And it's doing it without expectations. You know, this is an achievement card, right? This is a milestone marker. So you being able to finally turn away from old thought patterns and whatnot and focus on your future and the possibilities of, that's cause for celebration. Okay, that's what's going to get you out of this Eight of Swords energy here. All right. Yeah, you really need a small win right now. You need a small win right now. Just something that confirms that your successes are not out of reach, okay? That they are within reach. Under that Six of Swords is the Empress. Yeah, this is what's waiting for you on that distant shore. The Empress is the cornucopia of abundance. Of all things. Beauty, luxury, nature, fertility, birthing ideas, right? So much abundance. Very, very sharing and nurturing energy as well. So this is where you're heading. That's where you're going. That is where you're going. Yeah. In your energy, you have the Five of Cups. Okay, so this is the energy of still focusing on things that the cups that spilled, right? Although I like in this, see, in this card, the other two cups are literally in the figure's hand. But they're still focused on the cups that they can't, that you know, they can only hold two. They can't hold three. Then it's focusing on the cups in hand, not the ones down here, right? Okay. Yeah. I see your energy. You're sort of stuck thinking about the past here. And that's okay. I mean, really, we look at the past to help us make decisions for the future. Like that's a normal thing. So I don't think that it's bad unless it sort of puts you in fight or flight, or puts you in like freeze mode where you can't seem to move. Of course, that's frustrating for sure. Under that Four of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, you've got the brain spins, you're worried, you're anxious, sleepless nights, all of those things. This is really keeping you awake at night, right? This is why the advice here is to focus on your future. Start looking ahead instead of looking behind. Start looking at what's at hand and not what hasn't worked out for you, okay? Whoa. Okay, I believe something flipped here. And it did. Under the Empress, we have the Ten of Cups, yes. So literally, by focusing on your future, as we're seeing in the nature of pile here, you're going to go to this emotional wish fulfillment. This is for you. It's for your friends. It's for your family. It's for everyone around you. This is so much happiness and joy. Your cups are overflowing. You're sharing in the joy and the happiness. You're sharing your joy and happiness. Wow. Okay. So this is pretty darn clear. I don't know what else to tell you. In your energy, the world, yeah, you are completing a cycle. And in order to cross that particular finish line, like I said, you need to turn away from the past and focus on the possibility and the abundance of your future. That's going to allow you to close out this cycle. This is in your energy, so there is an understanding that you need to do something, right? There is an understanding here. Yeah. Okay. We have the Death card coming out under the Nine of Swords. Yeah. This is an ending and a new beginning, right? This is shedding the old so that you can move into the new. Shedding the old, shedding the worrying, the mind spins, shedding that being kind of stuck in the past and stuck maybe with a belief system that doesn't align with who you are anymore. All right, it's time to move forward. Let it go. That's what this Death card is saying. Let it go. Turn and focus on your future. It can't be much more clear than that. That's where your success is. Oh, something else just flipped. I swear it flipped. Oh, where did it go? Oh, okay. I thought for sure it flipped. Anyway, this is pretty clear. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more. I don't know that we need much more here. Yeah. Okay, Four of Cups. Makes total sense, right? It's a card of awareness, right? Same thing. There's something in your orbit right now that is a possibility for you that's going to lead to more possibilities. You just have to look at it. You have to like stop focusing on, you know, old cups. I mean, yeah, so you've been handed a lot of cups and you got bored with it because none of them are working out, all right? There's something in your orbit right now that will, okay? It's a card of awareness. Just be aware, just look up. Look around, okay? Because there's something there. Look around, look to your future, okay? Look to your future. Look to your future. All right, let's see if we can get one more. One more. One more. The Two of Cups. Yeah. It just seems like there's someone waiting for you on that distant shore. Okay, now this is a loving relationship. This is a soulmate connection. This is someone who's already like written into the fabric of your story and vice versa. Okay? Yes, it can be romantic in nature. It can also be a best friend, a confidant, a teacher, someone, a guide, right? It can be a business partner. It can be a deepening connection with a child or with a parent. It's just whatever a loving relationship is. So this is really, really important. Now, for me, in this, not for me, but with the energy of this particular reading for you, focusing on your future, getting across that to that distant shore, focusing on the possibilities and the abundance of that distant shore is going to bring you in alignment with this person. It's going to put you guys finally on the same path, an intersecting path. You will intersect with this person, and they're going to be really important to you in your future. Okay? I love that for you. Yeah, you just need to, it's time to focus on your future. That's it. That's the message here. Let the rest go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Magician. Yeah, it's time for action. It's time to get moving. You have all the tools that you need. You have the skills. You have the power to transmute all that energy and focus it where you want it to be. And your focus right now is towards your future and future possibilities and abundance on that distant shore. Focus, move yourself into calmer waters, allow the mind spins to go away, release yourself from outdated beliefs, right? And understand with this Five of Cups here that there are things around you that are full of possibility. And you'll see them when you stop focusing on what didn't work out, okay? The Magician. You have what you need. Make it happen, Captain. Okay. Bottom of the deck. I know I should stop. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. This is walking away. It's walking away with what no longer aligns with you, right? That's what we're talking about here. Your future awaits. That recognition, the success is close at hand. You just have to leave some things behind, okay? All right, pile number 2. This is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button if any of this resonated for you. Share with your bestie, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3, and your card of focus is the Ace of Earth. Now, the Ace of Earth is like the Ace of Pentacles, right? So in the land of Forhawksa, this particular fairy is hanging on to this emerging seed, right? Which is no ordinary seed. Okay. And with support, right? Love, nurturing, all the things that fruit needs, that vegetation needs, this is going to bring this to fruition, right? To the most fragrant flowers, to the sweetest fruit. So when this card shows up for you, it's asking you to pay attention and listen to your intuition when you're planting seeds today for your long-term goals. Okay? The potential for growth hinges on the small, purposeful actions that you're taking today towards this goal, right? Pentacles, or Earth in this deck, are slow moving and strategic for a reason, because they build stronger foundations. Okay, so have patience. The apples are the last thing to grow on the tree, and they're worth the wait. So what is essential for you right now? What do you need to do right now that is purposeful and intentional towards your long-term goal? Okay. What is required here is trust and a little bit of elbow grease, right? Focusing on establishing a healthy foundation. So maybe currently your situation can benefit from substituting common sense instead of wishful thinking. Are you too much in wishful thinking? You might need to try a few different techniques before zeroing in on what works. Okay, trust the process. And when you do that, you're going to see a shift, and you're going to see undeniable signs of growth in time. Okay, it's a very patient energy here. Very, very patient energy. All right. But I like it because it's going to be successful, right? With the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth, or the Ace of Pentacles, it's the gift of a new beginning. with your material world foundation. Okay, it's a new beginning with finances and material world abundance. Okay, investments, property, all those things. It puts a solid foundation under your feet so that then you can sort of bounce off from that and explore other things. Okay, I have the Golden Wheel Tarot for you today. We're going to use this to dig on into this message. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Honored to be able to bring you this message today. Please keep in mind that it is a general reading for the collective. Okay. Okay. Right out of the gate, we have the King of Swords. Well, the Ace of Earth just talked about bringing some logic into the process of whatever you're working on. Bring logic to the table instead of just wishful thinking. Okay, that's why I think the swords here. There's a lot of strategy too with the swords, right? Critical thinking, intellect, all of those things, right? Staying in the truth, not getting lost in the fantasy of what your expectations are. In your energy is the moon. So yeah, there's an element of unknown. Obviously, when we're beginning a new journey, we think we know what's going to happen, but we don't really, right? Now, the moon also, as well as suggests that there are hidden things about this process, also suggests that something's going to be illuminated that has once been hidden. So we'll see where that goes, okay? Keep in mind the Ten of Cups. So this is all about contentment, emotional wish fulfillment. The cups are full. Everything's going well, right? For you and for your family and for your friends and for your crops and for everything, right? The pets are happy. The little animals are happy. The fruit's falling off the tree, right? There's so much happiness and joy and magic and love with the Ten of Cups, okay? That's where you're heading with this Ace of Earth here. With laying the foundation, with sowing the seeds with intention and care for this long-term goal. Okay, there we go. Under the King of Swords is the High Priestess, so definitely not afraid to dive into, or don't be afraid to dive into the mystical, magical, and into the shadows, right? To understand the mystical, magical, to maybe understand there is a balance, right, between common sense and belief and faith. The High Priestess works with the dream world and strengthens intuition. So maybe pay attention to your dreams, right? Yeah, there's quite a balance there with those two cards, right? Balance. And in your energy, we have the Two of Wheels. So this is balance and harmony. This is in your energy, all right? So you can feel it. You can feel the balance and the harmony. Maybe there's a decision to be made there. You're looking for some balance and harmony. Keep in mind the Justice card is coming out. So yeah, there's justice coming for you. There's karmic justice coming in that's going to balance the scales, okay, for you. And with the energy on the mat here, it's definitely going to be in your favor, especially with this Ace of Earth coming out, right? That's a gift. That is a gift. So you maybe have been working really, really hard. You know, maybe you've gotten kind of frustrated because things aren't happening the way that you want them to. But this, yeah, this is confirmation that good things are coming, okay? You just have to have a little elbow grease and a little strategy. Under the High Priestess, we have the Temperance card, which is all about divine timing, right? Things can't happen until this elixir is perfect, okay? It is a card of faith. It is a card of patience. Things happen when they're meant to happen in their divine time. in their divine time. In your energy is the Eight of Wands. So something is really fast moving, right? Wands are about communication and passion and creativity, right? Something's about to move really, really fast for you. It's in your energy. With the storm happening, you know how you can kind of feel when a storm is coming, right? When it's gonna thunder and lightning, maybe the hair stands on end, whatever. So in your energy, you sense that this is going to happen, and it's going to happen very, very quickly. All right, now this is really interesting because, you know, the Earth cards, the Pentacle cards are very slow moving, which is why it leads me to believe that this is something that you've been working on maybe for a while. Okay, whoa, too many. But I'm going to take that as confirmation of what I just said too. Because it was like a ta-da moment. Okay, let's try that again. Wow, okay. Whew. They just jumped all over the place, didn't they? Okay, yep, under that Justice card, we have the Queen of Wheels. So definitely leading you to this beautiful, grounded foundation in the material world, full of material world abundance, right? And very nurturing in this energy, too. Luxury, beauty. I think this queen shares a lot with the Empress, right? Even though we know the Empress, you know, kind of masters all the realms of all the queens. This one is especially about luxury and beauty and abundance and taking care of oneself, right? A solid foundation, unshakable foundation. This is where you are going, my friend. Okay. Oh, wow. We have the Emperor showing up. I was just talking about the Empress. Okay. Solid. Wisdom and maturity is coming with this, okay? Wisdom and maturity. There's great understanding, and that Emperor sits high on his throne. He can see all the realms of all four kings. There's an understanding and a mastery of all of those energies, helping to make better decisions, right? We have the Seven of Cups coming out, so that you're heading into the land of possibilities here, right? You're going to be able to do so many, many things when this comes in, when you get your feet under you. All right, anything else? Anything else want to come out here for this reading? We have the King of Wands showing up. Okay. I did see this flip, and this is the one I thought flipped in the deck earlier. And then it really didn't, but here it is again. So obviously it wanted to come out. So the King of Wands is sort of that outlaw of the kings, right? He's very fiery and creative and isn't afraid to pave his own path. Do things a little outside the box, right? Outside of the realm of tradition and outside of the realm of societal norms when it says, hey, this is how you're supposed to do this. Hey, this is the way, you know. This is a very creative approach to whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, there's a lot of confidence, self-confidence, and independence with this card. Now, this doesn't mean that you're a loner. This energy is definitely not a loner. This king sits high on the throne and listens to advice and understands opinions and positions of others, but still makes the decisions based on this fiery, juicy, creative energy. Stepping into the creativity, stepping outside of the box of the norm. Okay? This is maybe a different approach to nurturing this emerging seed of the Ace of Earth here. Okay? And the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is leading you to a soulmate connection. Okay, now this is any kind of loving connection. I'm chuckling a little bit because the Two of Cups came out in every pile. So this is going to lead you to a soulmate connection. This is leading you to someone who's going to be very, very important on this next leg of your journey. Okay. It can be a romantic, really, or a romantic soulmate, romantic partner, but it can also be a best friend, right? A confidant, a partner in crime. I mean, it can be a business partner. I mean, whoever it is, this person is really, really important for you in this next leg of your journey, and vice versa with the Two of Cups. You're both written into the fabric, or both woven into the fabric of each other's stories, right? This is determined. This is predetermined. It's just a matter of timing, right? Temperance, divine timing. This is going to happen when it's meant to happen. This is going to happen when you're ready, when they're ready. And you're very, very important to each other. Okay? All right, let's see if anything else wants to come out. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And we have the 10 of Wands coming out. So, yeah, it's going to help you lay down a heavy burden. Maybe things have felt heavy for a long time. Maybe having this person come in is going to help you. It's going to help lighten the load, right? Maybe. Regardless, you're going to be able to lay down some burdens. Lay down some weight. Lighten up, right? All right, pile number 3. This is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button if any of this resonated for you. Share with your besties, and I will see you next time.